Hello, YouTube. The trap is now set because every time for the last 12 months, we've been unable to get over this area. There has been no shortage of bad news, but for some reason, we have now closed not one, not two, but 3 days over the downtrend. We do not yet have a higher high on the daily, but I would call this like a pretty massive win. Why? Because we note some areas that if we zoom out are starting to get tested and they are bouncing. Let's look at these two areas right here specifically. On the daily chart, we have them laid out as the 50 monthly moving average or the short-term price on the monthly. And then we have our long-term price on the weekly or the 200 weekly. Let's zoom in and see what happened here. Pop, flag, bounce off the 50 monthly. Pop, flag, bounce off the 200 weekly. Why is this red line here particularly important at roughly 281? Well, it's because it's the head and shoulders that the bears have been talking about. Well, sorry guys, we've now closed 3 days over it. So it's not that the Bulls have won. They're winning so far year to date. They're absolutely winning. We're up by 8% on the year. It's nice when we go down by 0.5%, 1%, 2%, maybe even 2%. But guys, we're up 8% year to date. So what you need to try to do today is to understand when you zoom out, am I right or am I wrong? Because there's some very clear signs here, like the technicals we're looking at that are larger patterns that if they play out, there is like a lot you can make back. If you lost money on this small little pocket here, here's the cheat code. There's more room on the upside. So I'm not telling you to just flip on a dime. You got to have your strategy and your plan. But I flipped when I started noticing that in the last 12 months, when I first started getting bearish here, no one wanted to hear it. I am now seeing that same thing at the bottom over here. No one wants to hear about a bull story. Why? Because retail lost every time we went lower. And they finally buy into the bear narrative and they just cannot let it go. If you're enjoying the video so far, if you could please smash that thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, moving forward, what we want to do is to actually zoom out. So if we zoom out here, what is important on the day? Well, the daily chart looks good. And we've not yet closed out the weekly, but here is the kicker. Why? Because if we're looking at the daily chart as our guide, we want to make sure we understand what the weekly chart's doing. I'm going to remove everything now. We're going to make it dead simple. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low. Low, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. What does this mean? Well, it means that every single week we've not only defended a higher area or a higher low, we've advanced the chart, which is a higher high. That means not only are we defending previous levels of support, we're now making new progress. We're over previous weekly highs. We're over the short-term moving average. Sorry, the 200 moving average. Wicks are larger on the bottom than they are on the top. These are telltale signs the market wants to go up. Is it a guarantee? Can you give me the Justin guarantee where we go up 10% right now, 20% right now? Well, we're already up at like 4 or 5 on the year. Looking to S&P here, well, we violated the 50 weekly moving average. Last week's high is at 400.23. Man, did we actually close over it? 400.35. Oh my goodness, we did it. 400.23. We did it by cents. Yes. In post, we're down at 400 post market. Previous weekly high is at 399.1. So mostly higher. Sorry, mostly wicks on the bottom. Low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. High, higher, high, higher, high, higher, high, higher, high. Exact same story. Defending a higher area than before, which gives us our uptrend, and then higher highs, which means they're advancing the chart more. Like, it's that simple for me. Until we form at least one inside bar or lower low, the bulls want to win. They're defending and advancing. I know it sounds really simple, but that's really what it really comes down to. The Bank of Canada today downshifted to 25 basis point hikes by going from 425 to 450. It was a hawkish 25, but man, the market didn't seem to care. Tesla earnings are out, and it beats on revenue and on earnings by a lot. Nope, but it's up. So let's look and see what happens here. Into the heat map, it doesn't look so bad year to date. So wrapping the story up by looking at those two charts that we had before, yes, Microsoft was up 4, then it was down 3. But as we're recording this video, it's flat on the week. It's up by 39 cents. That's right. Microsoft is green on the week. Dip buyers came in violently. They bid it up hard. Looking at Tesla, it's up by 8 on the week, and it's basically flat in after hours here. So, like, I would call that a win. I wish you guys good luck into tomorrow. Please smash a thumbs up if you don't mind, and I wish